Hey guys, it's Maymay, and my crafty sidekick is in the room.
Hey guys.
She's just not on camera because I'm going to be taking my face out in a few minutes. We just did one camera instead of two today, and plus that will keep Shannon from being kicked out on her computer, so she can tell you guys because she won't have her screen up. But welcome to Club. First, I want to say thank you so much for your patience with us. You know, we were unfortunately not able to do last month, and we just moved last month's club to this month. And so we appreciate you being patient. I do want to say this. If you're ever confused about club, we had a lot of people that were confused. We don't send emails out about club. You travel to maymayevents.com.
Oops.
What does that mean?
I think the sticker thing fell.
Oh, it's like something off my desk. I mean, it's not unusual for something to fall off my desk, but that kind of freaked me out. Anyway, you have your password for the club on maymayevents.com. So anytime you need an update or anything about, and that's how you find out. So we never send out an email about club, and we just make the live happen on YouTube on the day and the time when it's supposed to. So if we ever make an edit, now I think we did send out an email about the fact we weren't going to be able to do it, but I think we just sent that out to everybody. Tamitha can correct me, but I think we just sent that out to everybody to let them know because last month we were away. So we're excited. It's Christmas in July. Who's loving Christmas in July? Like, I'm totally all about it. I am listening to Christmas. I'm not listening to Christmas music. I do save that for a bit. I like my music specifically, but I've been listening to my Christmas radio shows. I have done so much Christmas, and I got to tell y'all something. Tonight's premiere video, don't miss it. This is a craft I never knew I needed in my life, but now that I've got it, I want to make these for every single thing ever. And I do think, and matter of fact, Sylvia, I'm not telling y'all, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. You got to watch tonight. Okay. And Sylvia gave me an idea for another one this morning, and I'm like, that's probably going to be the next video I film because I cannot wait to do it. So super, super excited about Christmas in July. And again, I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. Crafters craft for Christmas, not at Christmas. And I had to clarify that in one of the videos I just filmed recently because I wanted to say this. I'm not saying you're not allowed to craft at Christmas, but typically, if you're like us, we want to prep everything. We want to make ornaments. We want to make memory albums for us to fill up. We want to make these kinds of things we're going to do today. We want to decorate our table, So we like to do all that stuff ahead of time. So I love having those ideas early in the year because it gives me time to work on them to get ready for the year. So, what we're going to do today, I think this is kind of cool. Okay. I saw this box. I mean, it was for like when TikTok first started being a thing, people were showing how to close their cracker boxes and their cereal boxes without having to put anything on them. Like they were literally just taking the top, making a couple edits and making this fold. And when I saw it, I went, I can totally do that with cardstock because a box is a box is a box, right? So I think I made this video first. And then, of course, you guys said, oh, we need another size. And then you said, we need another size. And I love that because I love to make them in all different sizes too. But then I want to tell you what I want to do this year. And I hope you can make this a challenge for you as well. I want my Christmas wrapping and my favors and all that stuff to be easy. I want to be prepped. I cannot promise that I will, but I want to be because there's one thing that always happens to me, and that is close to the holiday, I'll have this idea of something I want to do, but don't have the time to get it all done. But let's say I wanted to give all of the people that, like, I wish we had a title, the service industry people that you work with. Let's say that, like the receptionist at your doctor's office, your nail tech, your hairdresser. If you're lucky enough to have somebody clean your house, your housekeeper. My mom always gave her housekeeper a sweet gift, your child's teacher, your Sunday school teacher, all these people that you are in your circle. I always want to give them a little token of something, right? This kind of thing, having pre-done, will make that so much easier. And also, I don't have them in here. Maybe I can show you tonight. But also, Tuesday's video is another idea around that. So I'm really trying to get you a lot of like, let's get ready for the holiday stuff. Okay. This box in particular, what I like about it is we're going to be able to make it and store it flat. So you won't have to store all these boxes. We're going to be able to store it flat. We're going to talk about that. That was kind of the premise of today. So if you are going to work along with me, tell me in the comments if you're going to work along. Say working along, or I'm going to do this, or working. How about that? I like to give y'all one word. Just type working if you're going to work along with me. Because if you are, I want to slow down a little bit. If you're just going to watch, we'll just jump into it. I will talk to you before you pick out your papers. I want to talk to you about paper for doing this, okay? All right, so I do at least have, if I got one person working along, we're going to work together. There we go. We got some working.
You got a lot.
Okay, so let's talk paper for this kind of thing. First off, you're going to want to use cardstock, and we can tell you from experience, this is the new photo. I'm going to say new Photo Play. Photo Play has changed their finish on their cardstock, which I do love the matte finish. Like, this is Photo Play. So you see it doesn't have that shimmer anymore. I love that, but it is a thinner cardstock. This actually works well for this to me because I don't really want to use this as, like, I wouldn't build a folio out of this paper, but this box is fine, you know? And even Shannon said, if you have some thinner papers like this, and it's not paper, it's always cardstock for me. But if you had some thinner cardstocks, you wouldn't mind using them here because people typically don't save this kind of thing, you know? So like if you had some cardstocks, you're like, I'm not using that one for folios, or that one's a little bit too thin, or I think maybe even just a heavy paper would work well for this. And you could use up some of the stuff that's just in your stash you haven't found a place for. And a good way to do that is this. Let me show you. So this page right here is one of those Mente papers that have these pretty scenes, which I like to do mystery cards with, but sometimes the paper doesn't even work for that. It's very rare, but it does happen. So these kinds of pages are beautiful to use as the inside, and then let this be the outside of your bag. See what I'm saying? So this is a great way to use up paper. Another cool thing, it doesn't have to be holiday paper. You can give a holiday gift in a solid color that you use holiday ribbon, or maybe you hang an ornament on it, or maybe you make a holiday tag or something like that. This is just a good way to use up your cardstock. What's going to happen is, I've been thinking about this. We've been doing so many scrap busting projects over the years, because was last July all scrap? I can't remember. One month we just did scrap. And I'm like, you're going to end up not having as many scraps, because now, I don't know if this is, tell me if this is happening to you. I'm not seeing anything as scrap anymore. I'm seeing it as, that's what I use that for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a 6x6 piece that's left over, or leftover of a 6x6 pad, I don't see it as scrap anymore. I see it as, well, that's what I'm going to make out of that. You know what I'm saying? So, which is a good thing, right? All right. So if you're playing along, let's start with the 6x6. You can pick whatever cardstock you want to do, but let's start with the little guy, only because he fits in camera good and he'll be a good one to show you. All right, so while you're getting your once you have your 6x6 cardstock out and ready to use, go ahead and get your scoreboard and your bone folder too, and then just say ready to me in the chat. Any questions or anything, Shannon, I missed?
I haven't seen any.
Okay, because I'm really not keeping up as much with the chat because it gets me off track.
Missy said it's all usable.
Yeah, it's all usable. And I of course, I'm a person who uses all of it, but I do like that now my brain goes, oh, I'm only using half of this 6x6 pad. No big deal, because it can be treat boxes. It can be mini purses. It can be tags. It can be bows. Do y'all want to know how to make paper bows? Like, there's a lot of videos out there for making paper bows, but I also make them. And so I could show y'all some of those too. So, cool bean. So several of you are ready. I'm gonna wait for a few more readies. Ruth, that's a great question. I just looked up and saw the question mark. Do you usually use double-sided? I typically only hoard double-sided cardstock. I have some single-sided. Like, we have a couple of designers, especially recently. I can't think of the name. Paige Evans. Some of her stuff is
6x8s.
Some 6x8s or single-sided. Like,
single.
we have some single-sided, and you can certainly use those too. My son told me that no paper is single-sided. He just said that one side is white. That's what he told me. So
good point.
He's right about that. But I don't necessarily go, oh, I have to use single-sided to do this. I just pick the side I like. That's another thing. I wish I could take the stigma out of that, because I understand what you mean by when there's different designs on each side, it's hard to choose. Correct. It is. But sometimes, like this page right here, I can just look at it and go, oh, I want this to be out. You know, I don't struggle with it quite as much. All right, let's go. Let's get ready. All right, in classic Maymay style, let me show you something. You know that I struggle scoring half an inch over here. I like club days because I can take time to explain stuff because I'm not like rushing through a video, right? I have chubby fingers. And so, actually, what did I say? I had paws. I have paws. And my paw doesn't do so well scoring in these little areas. So when I'm making something like this, here's our template. When I'm making something like this and I have these smaller sections to score, I will typically turn my page into my scoreboard with the top and bottom like this. You see I've got top over here and bottom over here. And I will typically do these scores first because I'll come out here and do one and then flip it and do another. So I'm going to give you the score marks that are half an inch and 5 1/4. But what I'm really going to do is do like 3/4 in from the bottom and half an inch in from the top. You do this how you want to do it. If you want to do it as the template shows, I guess I could just sit that still. I feel like I've had some some real caffeine today, and I have not. I'm really feeling jittery. So let me show you. I'll turn this the way I'm going to score. So let's go ahead and score this part. This is 3/4 of an inch in, or at 5 1/4. So I'm going to score just like this. And then because of my chubby fingers, I'm going to turn my piece and I'm going to score at half an inch in down here. So I'm still getting a half inch score. I'm just not having to fight this area. And you may have like beautiful petite piano player fingers that I don't have. And if you do, that's not a big deal. So basically we scored half an inch and 5 1/4. Now these are better because they're it starts at 3/4, so we're fine here. All right, so now let's turn the top up into our scoreboard, and we're going to score 3/4, 2 7/8, 3 5/8, 5 3/4. I don't know if we're putting the measurements in the chat, but I think you can read those right there. If my screen was blown up, I could read them too. So let's go 3/4. You're going to notice I'm scoring on the outside of my bag, and some people don't like that. You do you. If you want to score on the inside, you go right ahead. And then 3 5/8, and then 5 3/4, because you're going to have a little 1/4 of an inch, which is so weird for me to do that, but we needed size on this. I rarely do a 1/4 of an inch for gluing, but this box, I needed all of the space.
Somebody asked if they could have the templates. After this is over with, I'll take a picture and post the templates in the blog post on the
Club.
Club. Thank you. Lost that word.
Club site.
In my head.
The top, half an inch, it's turned sideways. Here. Take a screenshot if you want it now. I'll hold it perfectly still. I guess let me put my thumbs in so you don't have weird thumbs. Ruth, you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I love red. Oh, I was supposed to take my face out. I didn't even click the button. If I do that, hang on, if I pull me out of here.
I think it makes it full screen.
Does it take the audio away? Is that why?
I don't know.
If we go mute, you'll see. Are you turning? Okay, so no big deal.
Maymay's coming.
Hold on, I think I can fix it another way. Ah, did it. Okay. So now you can see the whole dude. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave this in because what I want you to see now are the cuts. See this spot here, this spot here, this spot here, and then down here. We're going to do some little cutaways. So please remember, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a T. I'm going to put a T on here so you'll know top from bottom. So I'll just put it here. Just a T, and I'll put a B down here. Okay.
So smart.
No, just.
I understand. I had to check myself over and over making these templates. Like, it just confused my head, and I don't know why.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut away this section and this section, but let's talk for a second because I want you to know this, okay? When I cut away something like this, I'm going to cut the score mark away as well. Sometimes we're going to cut the score mark away. Sometimes we might cut in the ditch. We rarely cut on the other. We rarely leave the score mark on the page. We typically want to get rid of it. The reason we do is you see how clean we want that top to be? If we don't cut that score mark away, we end up with this weird kind of hangover piece that we don't want. So I want to tell you this before I start cutting so that you will know it when we're cutting. And I'm going to turn this over so you can see my score marks and see what I mean. So here's my score mark. I can clearly see it. I'm going to cut because I want to get rid of this tab. I'm going to cut underneath that score mark. So let me bring it where you can watch me do it. And I'm also going to cut through the intersection. This is something else I don't always tell you. Because I'm cutting it away, because I'm only cutting this little piece right here, and I'm going to cut that score mark away, I want to go right through where they intersect to the other side of my score mark. Sometimes I don't say that. I just assume you know it. And then I'm going to cut this one through the intersection. And let me show you what I mean. I'll make sure this makes sense for you. Okay. So where they intersected, I even took that little section off. And if you look at the piece we cut, you'll be able to see the score marks are still on our piece. If I get that where you can see it. There it is. You can kind of see the bottom one, but not exactly. So yeah, while you're doing this today, we're going to do all of that, okay? That's how we're going to do it. It's the worst hangover ever. That's funny. Okay. Now then, I turned my page over, so I'm paying very close attention. Now I'm going to take this whole section off, okay? And I'm going to do it from the front just because I can see my score mark. But again, I'm cutting my score mark away. And I'm going to go right through the intersection before this tab, okay? Leave that tab. Also, I am not going to make any angled cuts up here because this is our closure. But I will tell you something I do want to do before we assemble. This 6x6 box is so small. And if I don't tell you this now, I'm going to forget. It's so small that if you assemble it and then want to do this corner rounding that I'm going to do, you won't be able to do it. You also don't have to do this, okay? I'm going to do it because I think it makes it close easier. I'm going to take my 1/4 inch rounder punch and folding this bag a little bit so I can get in here. I'm going to round that edge. Let's try to do it good. And you can see I'm like getting these pieces out of my way by just folding them so I can get in there. You don't have to do this at this very second, but if you glue this together, this guy's too small for you to get in there and get that done. Okay. All right. So what we've got here, this piece is gone. We have a tab there and we have this section gone. When you have that done, give me a 1 in the chat so we can know that's done. Now, how many of you would want to know a project for this? Like, how many of you be like, what are you going to do about that? I just want to know your thought process. Will this go in the trash? Will this go into scrap? Or would this go into your next project? There is a project for it. You know the cards we did where we like laid them on the angle? That'd be pretty. Or use it as a quilt. You can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Use it as a little flag decor piece.
Ribbon it.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have some score marks, but do y'all know how to erase score marks? I'll give you another little tip. Look, I'm full of it today. Full of it. You can just today. You can rub score marks out. Sometimes they don't, like, you still can see the little line, but if you need it to be flat, you can just rub those score marks out with your looks pretty good, right? Pretty rubbed out.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't keep any of them. I threw them all away.
I wouldn't keep them. Here's the thing about them. So my friend Penny, who's a quilter, the selvage edge of fabric she collects. That my brain doesn't comprehend that. I can't do it. To me, the selvage is, and some of you collect branding strips. Like some of you save those.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't compute. But if it does for you, that's fantastic. You have to do what makes you happy, right?
Mine is also all according to the project. When we were doing a year of folios, I kept every little thing we cut
because we wanted
I knew I'd possibly use it, and I used a lot of it. But stuff like this, I don't keep as much.
All right, check this out. At the bottom, where your score marks are, you'll be able to see them on your page. We're going to do some cutting. Where you have this 1/4 inch strip, we only need to take that little guy away, that little corner, okay? So let's go ahead, cutting their score mark away and going through the intersection, cut that off. Now, you're probably thinking, Maymay, you're really taking your time on this. I am, because if you understand this one, we're going to fly through the other two. They're all the same, okay? Now then, you've got this little guy cut away, this little guy right here. let's go here. What we're going to do here, we need to keep this tab and this tab. This is going to be what we glue together to close the bottom of our box. These little guys are going to go inside. They're just tabs, okay? So what you want to do, bring it up close. What you want to do is you want to cut score mark away, and then angle cut. Let me do it, and then we have plenty of time for you to catch up, okay? I'm going to go score mark away, and I'm going to go score mark away, and then I'm just going to come underneath and angle cut. And honestly, it does not matter what size your angle is, because where this is going, all it's really going to accomplish for us is to keep this section closed right here to keep anything from falling out. So the angle's not really going to make that big of a difference, but you want to do that here, and then we're going to come right here and do it again. And we're going to cut the score mark away from our tab, go through the intersection, and then angle cut, angle cut. Have I ever told you how much I love assembly? This is my jam. This. I love this. All right. When you get to this point, you've got all of these little things cut. Say 3, not 2, because 2 means you have a question. So say 3. You know why I'm jittery? My grandgirls come tomorrow. And for the first time, I'm getting Lydia, Addie, and Emmy at the same time. But I'm excited about that because I'm excited that they'll be together. Like, you know, I loved hanging out with my cousins, and I think they'll really enjoy that. And I know that Addie is going to be so excited to see Lydia.
Yeah.
She'll call me and go, is Lydia there? No, she's not here right now. I think, you know, she thinks everybody lives at my house. She thinks, she'll go, where are my aunts and uncles? She calls them all her aunts and uncles. Well, they're not here, babe. They're at their houses. She didn't understand it yet. She'll get there. Look at those 3s. You guys rock. All right, let's fold and crease and fold and crease. Let's get our workout in this morning. You ready? All right, so I'm going to go to the back of the page and I'm going to fold and crease everywhere. Now, let's talk about folding and creasing. There are places that I don't need to do all this squishy, squishy, squishy situation, okay? When I'm assembling boxes, I kind of like to. The only place I'm not super, super picky about it is like down here, I really only need this flap to go 90 degrees, okay? So in some places, I might not be like squish, squish, squish. But in this case, you kind of do want to get a tight fold and a tight crease because you want them to stay up together, if that makes sense. So I am going to take my time to fold and crease all of these. And you might be a person who likes to do this before you do all the cutting, but I'm a person that will forget to do my cutting well if I don't cut first. It's the way I am. It's the way I am. I'm so glad. I'm telling you, I'm excited for them to come. Vinny ordered a paddling pool for the backyard. We're excited. We are excited. Addie took swim lessons. She learned to swim this year, and they got a little paddling pool for home. So Sam was telling me they've been staying in the pool. So I'm like, that's good. Last year we bought them or last time they stayed, you remember we got that mermaid spray thing, and Emmy was not about it. She's like, no. So we're trying to do a little different this time. Trying to do it a little different. She was like, don't splash that water on me. She wasn't about it. All right, folding and creasing all my lines. When you have all of your lines folded and creased, give me fold. Say fold. I think Emmy might like a water table. We might. They always like to go get a toy or something. I want to get a playground for the backyard, but I want to really I want one that'll hold up for a really long time, and I can't afford it right now. So it's like, do I get one just to get by, or do I get a really good one? And my neighbor, did I tell you about my neighbor that moved in not long ago? They moved in and they got it's a great playhouse. And I was like, where'd you get that? She's like, Facebook Marketplace for free. I was like, I never get that lucky. She said, yes, somebody was getting rid of it and said, if you'll come get it. And she said she went and got it. And I'm just like, I sit there and look at it and I'm like, my girls are going to want to play on that. And she'd probably let them. But anyway, I want to get one. If y'all know a good source, let me know. I can't spend a whole lot of money on it. So now we got this all folded and creased. Okay. See all of that number? Here's what I love about this box. Okay. We can lay this guy flat to glue it. All right. I love this about it. We can fold this little guy down and we can fold this over flat and glue that little strip right there. So cool how this works. That's why we can get away with this 1/2 inch piece. Now, if you want to sticky tape it, we can I haven't sticky taped in a while. Let's do that. You can glue, sticky tape, whichever one you want to do. Nobody's doing a Vinny. You guys, he will be so sad. He'll be here tonight. He's got some errands to run today, so he didn't come for club this morning. He'll be so sad and disappointed with us.
There's some. I don't know the current.
I can't even see him.
It shows 56, but
56.
I haven't
Come on, you guys. There's 319 watching. Oh, you haven't it might be more than that. You have to refresh.
168.
Oh, okay. So about half of y'all. Y'all right now we could totally get the same amount as watching. Y'all could totally do that.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
put tape here or adhesive of your choice on that one strip, and we're going to send this over and close it down. And you just assembled the flat portion of your box. So I want you to think about this. This is what you can pre-make, keep it flat, and store it. Let me show you. We have several different, this is a whole video. We did a whole video on this. So we have several different kind of fold flat projects that we just keep like this. And when we need something, we can just dig in here and go, let's see what everything is. This is one of those, we've used some of these because there's not as many in here as there used to be.
Yep.
This is not a fold flat. It's it's kind of like a pizza box, but it's rectangle. When you put it together, it'll be like a pizza box. I have a full video on this. I bet Tamitha's already looking for it. But this is what I love to do is have these pre-mades. And are you like me and you have like a gift wrap section, like a gift wrap? I have a container and I keep my gift wrap near my desk. Like I have all that stuff together, and I like to have these in the gift wrap situation.
Yes, this would be very cute to do a die cut window and put a piece of acetate in.
And show off what you cook or what you make. All right, check this out. This is a fold flat bag that we did in that original video. And these are even the handles that you can add to it. And what we did was we left it. This has been around for years and years and years, this design. But what we did, where my acetate go?
Oh no.
What we did was we just left it flat until we need it. And the best thing is we used cardstock that we just had left over. So find yourself a little storage for them. And we even have some of these in here from one of those projects we did. That's funny. So it's really cool because, like, if we ever need anything quick, we can just grab that and go. The problem is you forget about them. You need to put them with your gift wrap, not like in here like this. All right, so you got to this part. Let me show you how to assemble it when it's time to put something in it. Okay, you can I would take a really cute little die cut shape and cut out one panel before I do it, and then put the acetate in it. That'd be super cute. All right, so to assemble it. It's flat right now. We're just going to open it like a rectangle. I'm going to flip it over and do the bottom first. These two pieces tuck in. And then here's something I want you to pay attention to. You have a front and a back of this bag, okay? The front of your bag is where the flap is. It's weird. It's weird, okay? But this is the front of your bag because what we're going to do is close this in so to give you a smooth, sleek closure, okay? Unless you do, and I'll show you on one other, we did the closure a little different. Then it might change. But for what I'm doing right now, this is the front, which means I want to tuck the back first and then the front because I also like that smoothness here, right? And listen, if you don't do it that way, it ain't the end of the world. All right, let's glue it shut. Glue on one flap. Square it up before you close this down, just like you do with folios. When you put a magnet in, just go ahead and square your box up. And because I don't think anybody has this thin of beautiful fingers to stick down in there, you can do two things. I'm going to use my ruler for this one. You can use your bone folder, but you can also just take your ruler, put a little pressure down there. And that closes up your box on the bottom. Now, this is a self-close box, okay? So what you do is you're going to put your fingers on the side, and you're going to press in and just create for yourself that little shape. Let me get it pressed in right. That little shape. Isn't that cute? I love cardstock. It just makes my heart happy. Fabric too. Like I'm enjoying fabric too, but I'm telling you, cardstock, this is cool. And I didn't even have to think about a seam allowance today.
Yet.
This guy sinks in. Okay. So what you're going to do, once you get the sides done, you're just going to push him in. And look, he holds it closed. I love this box. Where'd the peppermint one go? Look how cute the peppermint is. Isn't this great? All right, what goes in it? I'm going to tell you what I want to put in it. Those Biscoff cookies that we got would be perfect. And you know, the rectangle Biscoffs? Also, I love the Walker's shortbread cookies. Perfect box for that. If you make cookies, if you're someone who bakes, Hershey's candy bars.
I'll say any mini candies would fit into it. Little bags of M&Ms, Tootsie Rolls.
We have 2 nuggets left. My chocolate stash. So I had a stash, but we've been eating it for a year. But look, these little nuggets, you can even resize this to fit just nuggets. That would be really cute. I might need to do that. Wouldn't that be cute if we resized it to fit nuggets, or if we had them floating in the middle and like, because you know, so many people wrap these with cardstock, you know, to make them match. That would be really cute inside there. But you could do so many things. Now we have some chocolate. Oh wait,
I think they're all.
it has nuts,
I
doesn't it?
like them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, these are the nutty ones. All right. There's the small. Okay. Oh, Walker's cookies, a tea bag, and a chocolate. Perfect. What about mini? Those would fit perfectly. And I love
You can
peppermint
give those
patties.
back though.
What about like a s'mores kit? I think you could
Mm.
probably work that out. Little mini marshmallows, a couple of graham crackers, and a Hershey's. That'd be cute.
Those would also be cute to fill with goldfish for a kid.
Think about if you did little s'mores kits. Maybe you were having a bonfire and you had a basket full of little s'mores kits. That would be really cute.
Oh, you could also line those with those soft peppermint sticks.
Oh, the little shorties. That would be good. So much we can do with it. Let me know. Good morning, Miss Joy. Let me know if you finish that box by giving me number 1. Give me number 1, and then we'll move on to the next size. Now, the rest of them, we're not going to spend as much time on. We're doing the same thing. I just want us to make more sizes so you have examples of them in your stash. For the next size, once I get some ones, I'll tell you the sizes and stuff you need to prep for me. There it is. I love this paper. This is a really good paper for this kind of situation because sometimes we do struggle finding places to use all this kind of wordy paper, but as a bag, it's super cute. And another thing, let's say you're having a little girl's birthday party. Maybe it's Barbie themed. Notice this has like, you know, holiday on the backside, but this is just pink. And these bags right here are so small. It'd be so hard for people to realize that you use gingerbread paper on the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would not glue them down. That's a good question. Because this is a self-close box, I wouldn't glue it down. And honestly, I really like the self-close on this guy. However, if you wanted to glue it shut, I probably would just put the flap over here and glue it on the back. And I'm going to show you, there's options the bigger we get. This one is a little harder to have as many options for closure. Although something that's really, really cute. Do you see those little tiny clips right there? If I get up, I'm going to sling my mic. You have a pocket for your mic. Those little.
Up here.
Yeah.
The glare was hitting them and I couldn't see them.
This is real cute. Now, this is not something you want to do for like every student in your kid's classroom because it's expensive. Okay. But these little clips are really cute on the top of the bag like that. Isn't that cute? And you could put like a little tag, put this down and then have a little tag hanging off of it.
Somebody said use this for an advent. That would be super cute to use with that little clip on top and hang it on your Christmas tree for an advent.
I have to make an advent. I haven't finished it. I haven't decided how I'm doing the holders yet.
Yeah, that would be cute.
But isn't that precious and super easy? And guess what? If you had one pack of 6x6, you can make 24 of these because it's 24 in a 6x6. One pack of 6x6 is 24 projects. Mini clothespins is a great idea. I love mini clothespins. Even cute paper clips. But remember, I mean, this can get expensive if you're just giving them out.
Yeah.
All right. For your next one, we got some ones in there. For your next one, you're going to need a piece that is, how big is this piece?
8.5 by 11.
Oh, this is a regular piece of paper, 8.5 by 11. I could measure it, but why do that, right? 8.5 by 11. So pull out one piece or cut down a piece that is 8.5 by 11. And when you have this done, give me 11 for 8.5 by 11 or 1-1 if you know, you know.
1-1.
You can give me a 1-1 or an 11, whichever one you want. And I'll be able to tell which one it is.
It would be super cute to use the stickers on a paper pack to close these.
Like wrap it over or on the
Yeah,
back,
on the
like
back.
a seal.
Yeah.
Cute, cute, cute. Okay, Beth gave me an 11. Kalinda gave me an 11. Dolores gave me an 11. Oh, Stargazer gave me a 21. Barbara gave me a 21. I see what y'all are doing. Give me those 21s.
21, 21.
All right. Once I put the template in the screen, y'all probably just going to go ahead, and that's fine. You can do that. We know what we're doing. So I'll bring the template over.
Carol gave you a real 21.
21. 21. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to keep that and my scoreboard in the screen. So I'm just going to keep the template in the screen for you guys because you know what scoring looks like. All right, I am going to score my 1/2 inch first. So see where it says 10.5 right here? I'm going to decide which end is.
It's multi-directional, so
It'll be cute because it'll go across.
Yeah, I flipped it every different way, and there's something that you read right side up.
Okay, so 10.5. I think it'll be fine.
Because I did one upside down.
You pulled a Maymay.
I pulled a Maymay. I made a sideways bag.
All right, so you got that little 1/2 inch I did first, but it's 10.5. And then this is, I flipped it over into the 1.5 too, which I really didn't have to do. I could have done over here. So to not confuse you, I'm going to go back here. 1.5, 10.5. This will work out, I think. Yeah, because look, cookies is upside down, Christmas is upside down. Either way you go.
Yeah.
Sugar. Okay. All right, so 1.5, 10.5. Then let's turn it. Now I'm going to do, oh, no, I'm not. Let's finish that. 1.5 and then 5 1/4. I'll go back and tell you these score marks with a little less jitteriness. And then 6 3/4.
She has not been partaking of any.
I haven't had much caffeine today. I've had like 1/2 a cup of tea. All right, 1.5, 5 1/4, 6 3/4, 10.5. We might want to type that in because I did really mess that up for them. 1.5, 5 1/4, 6 3/4, 10.5. And this is decaf, you guys.
I haven't had any.
Oh, little bags on the tree would be precious with kids' names in them and a gift card in them. Oh, I bet a gift card does it. All right, so Shannon put those in just as a backup. All right, so now I'm going to turn mine, and I can do 3/4 up here. I'm going to score the top at 3/4 and the bottom at 7 inches. Top at 3/4, bottom at 7 inches. Bev, if you've already scored, if you cut off at 11, you'll probably be okay. It'll just be taller. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 1/2 inch taller than what we're doing. Width-wise, you'll need to cut it off at 11.
I misscored on.
But you'll be fine as far as height.
Still folded right.
I ate something, Ruth, but I'm not like, it's not like I'm actually not shaking today. It's like I want to talk 900 miles an hour.
She's excited.
I want to talk.
It's like she had that little Debbie brownie.
It's like I've had some sugar and I haven't had any. Like I want to go. Are you having fun? I really like this. I want to make this. All right, you guys, let's do the same cuts we did earlier. So I'm going to leave this template here for you to do your cuts. You're going to cut here, here, this tab away, angle, angle. So can we just go to town? I think we can. We spent a lot of time on it.
Y'all can do it.
When you get these cuts done, all your cuts, give me candy because I'm using a candy page. Type candy. So even I'm just going to look at that screen and like copy it. It's hard for me to just work and talk at the same time.
I'm sure Maymay had protein for breakfast.
I had a croissant.
I had a croissant.
One of
too.
my frozen Jimmy Dean croissants.
I had the donut shop croissant because I was running late and didn't have time to fix breakfast.
I usually make my breakfast at home, but I'm having to come into work an hour early, and I'm gonna tell you something. That'll mess for you.
I am so ready.
But it messes with you,
Noah
Shannon.
will be messed up, but I'm so ready for school to start back because my normal come in is 8:00.
This 8:00 thing is fine. It's not an issue. The problem is I have gotten very comfortable with 9:00, like very comfortable with it. And my brain wants that extra hour. So getting up at 6 has been a struggle. All through Vacation Bible School, I got up even earlier than that. But for some reason right now, trying to get back on track. So, but I like it because when I do get here, I get a lot done. That first hour is pretty productive. But that's why I've been having those croissants, because I can have them here and just
I
come
need to
here.
get one of those and try them.
Look.
There's okay. That face said it all.
It's the thing is, you have to learn how to cook. So my mama always had them. She loved them, and she would keep them in the fridge, not the freezer. And I thought that was crazy, but it says on the package you can do that. I didn't know that. So I've been just putting one in. I've been keeping them in the freezer because I don't eat them every day. But if I'm going to have one the next day, I'll throw one in the fridge, right? And if you let it thaw out, you can reheat it good. But if you reheat it from frozen, the bread gets really hard. Like it just does. But that's why my mom kept them in the fridge, I realize now, because they're easier to heat up.
You do sausage?
I do get the sausage. And if you're picky about sausage, it's not going to be for you.
No, it's not for me.
I'm telling you, Vince can't stand them. And y'all are a lot alike where you like everything a certain. Yeah.
We are picky. We're picky eaters.
Y'all are picky eaters. I'm not.
I'm not as sauce picky as he is. Like he has the doctor everything.
All right. I got my first candy. I see it. Karen, do you by chance watch Becky at Acre Homestead? She always pre-makes breakfast. And I'm thinking about doing that over the weekend because she makes breakfast burritos and she shows you how to freeze them. And then she tells you how to reheat them. And you can make a lot, like really, burritos easy to roll up. And she uses like sausage and egg and just different. So she does them all different. Another thing she'll make ahead, which I never think about doing, is she does a baked oatmeal. And it sounds good in the fall. And she changes the flavors. Like it'll be peaches one time or apple one time or berry or strawberry. And it serves her for a week. Like she just cuts a little square. I love that. I'm not very good at it, but she does have incredible videos, doesn't she? And don't you love her and her mom? Me too. All right. I'm done with this. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm seeing a lot of candies. I'm going to bring mine back over and let's do our calisthenics. Let's fold and crease.
Fold and crease and fold and crease.
All right. If you're watching today, you want to stick around because we do a giveaway at the end. We will be giving away a $25 gift card to the store. You want to stick around for that. How many of you are coming to the live show tonight? I'm very, 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 yeah, Shannon is. I'm very, very, very excited about the premiere video. I let Tamitha pick which one we filmed 2 videos this week, and I let her pick which one she wanted to go tonight. And she was like, I think we should do that one. So that way, if they have questions, you can answer them in the live show. And I was like, that's a good idea. That is a good idea.
What is it? The one you did yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I'm really, really in love with.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of me's. I will be there.
I can't wait for y'all to see it.
I will be there. I will be there. I will be there.
That means I'm going to need y'all to go, wow, you did a good job. Even if you don't like it.
Just tell the truth.
Wow,
it's awful.
Maymay, what a great
It's awfully
project.
awesome.
And then just be like
Like
do like my friend Missy
awesome.
does. She'll be like, yeah, that's cute. And then she's like, all right, again, how easy is this to close up? Because we can apply our adhesive and go just like that and glue it shut.
Dry.
Apply it. It is 5:30 Central Standard Time tonight. That's the premiere. Shannon and I, and hopefully Vince will be in the chat for the premiere. I love being in the chat with you guys. It's kind of fun. It's also kind of cringy because I have to watch myself and listen and all that. So, but it's fun.
She has to listen to herself
over and over again because I've already seen it, multiple times. And but we can chat about things, and I tend to find myself making fun of myself in the chat. All right,
to the club.
So this is where I would stick this into my box, just like this. I did forget to do the corner rounder. See, that's what you do. But listen, I think on this one you can do it. Yeah, I can get to it on this one. I could, that little bitty tiny one, it's a little tough to get to. If you send this up a little bit like that, you can get it in there. I did not hold that box well. Let's do that again. But it is best to do it ahead of time. But see this, I would just lay this flat and store it away for later. But for today, I'm going to assemble it so you can see what it looks like. So same assembly. Tuck your tabs in. Discover what's your front. I'm going to let this be my front. And then I'm going to push this one down and it gets the glue. Y'all go ahead because we're going to do the last one really fast because it'll be your third one. And it'll be super easy. So get your box all finished. And once you have it all finished, say done. Thanks, Bonnie. I try not to rush you guys. I'll be honest with you. I try to do projects we can do together. So these are the kind of things we can do together. You know what I'm saying? Craft Roulette is going to be super fun. There's a lot coming up with Craft Roulette I'm excited about. All right, check this out. I'm going to poke in on the sides, pinch it at the top. It gives me that shape. I love that shape. And then I will tuck in and close down. This paper has like an epoxy. I got this little dude.
Okay.
This paper has like an epoxy and it went. It's like, there you go. I will tell you the finished dimensions. This guy ends up being 3 3/4 wide, 1.5 deep, and he is about 6 1/8 tall. Isn't this great?
Super cute.
What goes in this? Everything.
Everything. A sandwich.
I put a sandwich in it. You could put all kinds of stuff in this. I think you could do, you know how they do the mug cakes? You could probably put all the ingredients for a mug cake like in a little bag in here. Like that would fit in there really well. You could put a mini folio in here.
It'd be cute for a nail kit too. Fingernail polish, a file.
The mini spray body sprays, a hand sanitizer and something else.
A thing of Hips lotion.
Yeah, little lotions. If you're giving it to a crafty friend, look at this. Perfect. You could give them some glue. Look at this. Give them some glue. That'll fit.
Cutter bees would fit.
You could put. There's a lot. I mean, you could put a necktie in here probably. You definitely can in the next one. It might be tight. A pair of socks. Pair of socks.
Favorite gift.
Yeah. I find sometimes I'll go Christmas shopping. Well, I get their list kind of later in the year. So when I go Christmas shopping, I really don't know what I'm going to be wrapping. So you never know what you might have that would fit in here. You just never know. And I love this when you have something unusually shaped. Like if they ask for hair clips or barrettes and all that kind of stuff that are just kind of weird. This is a great place to put that kind of thing. Love it. Cosmetics.
I was say a makeup.
Last year, Jenna asked for a bunch of makeup. This would be perfect to put all her makeup in. I didn't even think about that.
A makeup wipe thing. The
beauty. What do they call? Makeup eraser.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, look at this. There's your difference in size. Let me give you the dimension on this one. He is right about 4 3/4, and he's 2 inches wide, and he's 3/4 deep.
Dog treats.
Dog treats would be a cute idea.
You don't even have to open it. The dog will rip it open for you.
Yay, Corinne, I'm glad you're here. Corinne, that's a pretty name. Chocolates. We don't need anything else. Beauty blender. That's a good idea. If you're doing it for summertime, it'd be cute to do like a sunscreen set, like a sunscreen and an after sun lotion situation. Or, I mean, just think about your event and you totally could figure it out. Like we just had Craft Acropolis and it was peach themed, peach candy. You know, you could totally put that in there. We could probably put like a peach chest cake because, you know, that would kind of hold up and you could put that in there. Brownies, blondies, all that would go in here.
I bet we could slide a Pies by Mike container in there.
If it got in there before we ate it. Have you tried the peach cream yet?
No.
It's good. It's worth it. We were at breakfast. Listen, this is small town life. We were at breakfast and him and Alice walked in and we started talking and Vince said, got any more peach cream made yet? And I didn't even know it was a thing. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he posted on Facebook. And I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. He's like, I'm going to make some this morning. And Mike goes, you want one? He's like, yes, I want, he said, a whole pie. He said, I want a whole pie. Vince said, I want a whole pie. He said, all right, I'll put your name on it and put it in the vending machine.
I want
Just
to
a small
try-
town life that it would save Vince and he could go swipe the vending machine and open it and get
I
his
want
pie
the
out.
strawberry lemonade. He's
Oh, I bet
doing
that's
his
good.
lemon mousse and then the strawberry cream.
Yeah.
I bet it's amazing.
All right, you guys, for your next one, you're going to need a piece of 12 by 12. It hardly shows in the screen. I'm a little hanging off, but you can see the numbers. So grab yourself a piece of 12 by 12 and let's get to making. And I'll leave this on the screen and I will also walk you through. So go ahead and grab your 12 by 12. And when you have it, type 12 in the chat and then we'll walk through these.
Excuse me.
I've not done these in 6 by 8 or 8 by 8, but we could. Then you'd have like, it'd be like when you go to a gift wrap place, be like, I need that box, please.
Yes, perfect size.
All I do, if that's another thing, that might be, when I'm making this, there's just certain parameters that I need. One is I prefer a 1/2 inch glue binding. This one getting a 1/4 inch is tight. Okay. I always prefer 1/2 inch for glue. So when you have your paper, like if you did a 6 by 8 would be pretty easy because you could just make it taller or you can make it wider. Either way you want to do it. So you make sure first, like if I did let's say I did an 8-inch piece. Okay. 1/2 of an inch is gone automatically. Okay. So then I have 8 inches to split. And like if I wanted this to be 4 inches wide and 8 inches not going to be enough because I can't get sides. Makes sense if I wanted 4 and 4. So then I just start thinking, well, how wide do I want my side? An 8-inch would be rough on this. I wouldn't do this, but say you wanted 2 inches. So you know that takes up 2 and that takes up 2. So that's 4 inches. Okay. That leaves you 6 inches. So you could do 3 and 3. You see, that's how I kind of do my head that way. And then when you're doing the closure, you just have to make sure you have enough to close in and hold. I wouldn't go lower on a bigger box than 3/4 on this. 1/2 inch will work on some, but 3/4 is the best on this flap. So if you're wanting to make a different size box, I mean, goodness, you could add another piece of 12. You could glue 2 pieces of 12 by 12 together and make another box, you know? So just the big thing is to go, I mean, you could even say, I bought this for a friend and I need to make a box for it. You could literally just do it around the item. You just need to know how wide you need it to be, stuff like that. All right, here it is. Let's go through your score marks. On your 12 by 12, let's do the sides first. And we're going to do the first one at 1 3/4. That's this guy right here, 1 3/4. Some of you might already be done. And then I'm going to go here. Well, I can just keep going. Now 5 3/4. Now 7 1/2. I'm going to tell you something. Scoring in the air is different. Now 11 1/2. And I'll go back over those for you. So 1 3/4. 5 3/4. 7 1/2. 11 1/2. Then we're going to turn it in our scoreboard like this. And you're going to do, let me turn it this way. All right. So this is the top. Okay. This is the top of your box. So I'm going to score it 1 3/4 and 10 1/4. And your brain's going to want to do that backwards. And it works both ways. I think these are the same top and bottom.
Yeah. I think both on this were 1 3/4.
Yeah. So if you turn it, you can go 1 3/4 and 1 3/4 from the bottom, which is 10 1/4. No, make sure I said that right. All right, I'm going to turn this back up and let's start at the top. Let's go ahead and make those top cuts. Go ahead and get your top cuts done. I don't think I'm going to use these on this one. I'm going to go to the big ones because I got a long bit to cut. Let's go to these. And do you see how you could make a bunch of these sitting and watching a movie?
Yes.
Just watching QVC. That's what I'd be doing.
Not so much.
I'm going to cut flat. Oh, did I just cut the bottom? There's a chance because I did not pay attention. No, I'm good. I'm good. All right, you're going to cut boom, boom, and boom. So you're cutting all of that away. It's a little, this feels different because it's bigger, but it's the same thing. You're just doing it larger than the first time. Then I'm going to cut this little guy away. I did do this wrong. I did. It's like, that doesn't feel right. I cut mine upside down. So let me get another piece. Let's get a cute little piece. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you slide the template up a little so I can see the bottom, please?
I think I might do it and see what happens when you have the seam. Why
I
not?
was trying to do that and I did something wrong.
Then I got to pay attention, but I'm going to do it. I think that'll be cute. Let's see. So 1 3/4 is my tab. Sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm sorry, you guys. I got to hold my board. And then 10 1/4. This way I won't miss top from bottom. Yeah, you got to pay attention top versus bottom.
Yeah, if you're directional paper, it's easy to.
And when you're cutting, you got to pay attention because this one, the rest of them have been different. Like this top and bottom have been different and made it easy. But this one and this one are the same on this one, the top up there. So you really got to pay attention. All right. So did I get those done? I got 1 3/4 now, 5 3/4. Now 7 1/2. And 11 1/2. 11 1/2. Y'all are going to finish before me, but I think this might be cute, you guys. Look at this. All right. So to the top, let's make sure I got the right one. Little, big, and medium. Little, big, and medium. How's it going for you guys? How is it going? Are you getting them done? You're probably already done. I think this whole paper pack would be cute made into these.
It would be.
I think I would really enjoy that. All right, let me get that one over here. All right. I'm going to go back to those little scissors now because these are too big for down here.
Maymay will be on Craft Roulette this Friday. Yes, Friday. Sorry.
I am pretty sure it's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think they're the same time frame as us. We need to check that. Timothy may already know. I'm going to be begging y'all to come because y'all know how I get. And I was talking to Mary yesterday, and she was like, I said, what do I need to do to prepare? She said, well, you kind of just like to be surprised, so just show up. And I'm like, okay. And I do like to be surprised. So I'm just going to show up and see what happens. I kind of want to challenge myself. Don't tell anybody, but I kind of want to challenge myself to take the parameters and turn them into something Christmas no matter what. Like, because I'm doing Christmas in July and this is a July. Because I think somebody told me that they had put Christmas on the parameter wall, but chances of me getting there are like 1 in 900. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 1 in 900.
Mm-hmm. Because there's so many parameters.
It will be this week's Friday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night on Craft Roulette, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to move this out of the way so I can start flattening, folding. I like this side too. The black is cute, but I think that'll be cute on the inside. I want to see what the seam looks like. Okay, let me tell y'all about Craft Roulette, okay? Tamitha or whoever has been watching, I have not been able to keep up as much as I like to. What is their card making goal right now? What's their number goal per week? Because here's how Craft Roulette is really fun. If you've never been here, here's what happens. Mary Gunn and her son, Mr. Producer, who they are fantastic people, have come up with this cool program where they put all these parameters, that's what they call it, onto a random drawing wheel kind of thing. And they press a button, I think, and pull up the random thing that you have to do. And they give me 4 or 5 parameters. Is it 4 or 5? 4? And I have a veto and stuff like that. But when I get the parameters, I have to, in my craft room, come up with a design based on those parameters on the fly. Like I have to do it right while I'm watching. And it's super fun to do. And I love the concept. But they also, for viewers, have a really cool community going. Okay. They you can enter, you make one card, and here's what I love about it. You take a photo of it and you share it. That's all you have to do to enter your card into their card making numbers. And last time we were there, we were trying to reach 500 was the number we were trying to get submitted that week, and we got close. Who remembers the number we got to? We have to reach 500. I want the Made It's to be the one to reach 500. I just really do. I think y'all can rock that number. I want to say we got like 400. Who remembers? It was 400 and something. If you see it, tell me, because I'm gluing.
It's a secret. I can't tell you.
Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
We got close, but not quite where we needed to be. We need to get 500. I just think it would be super fun to be able to say the Made It's hit that goal first, because other people will follow suit. Yeah, they spin a wheel. That's right. They spin a wheel. Why can't I remember that?
476.
476. It was something like that. So it was something in there. But we can do this, guys. All you do is use it. And what's cool is you use the same parameters. So you have the same challenge that I do. And
don't forget to punch your top
around it. I can do it without.
Oh, yeah, you can.
We're good here.
Sorry.
I'm going to close my bottom. But before I do, I want to tell you about this, okay? So you see now at the top, we have a little more room. We have a little more things we can do. So we can do the same closure and let it be a self-closure box, no issue. Or we can pull this over like this. And Shannon did one like this to put the bow in it. See that? I love this paper so stinking much. I think this pattern is beautiful. But see how she's rounded the corner and folded it over the top and then poked 2 holes and tied a bow? You can do that too on this one, especially because it's so big. Okay, so you can do it either way you want. So can y'all help me reach a 500 goal? All you got to do is watch. And actually, you have a week to enter the cards. Okay, so like you can watch it. You don't even have to be there live. You can just watch it later and see what the parameters are, and then make the card and submit the photo. And then I just want to reach 500. I think it'd be a cool thing for us to be able to say that the Made It's were able to accomplish 500 card submissions. Then once you do this one time, look, there's more than me. There's more than me. Look, once you enter your first card, you start getting like, there's different goals you can reach, and you get different titles for how many cards you submit. Like if you submit, so many, like I think if you do 25, you're called something, and it's so cute the way they do it. It sounds like I don't have any idea what I'm talking about, and I kind of don't, but I do love what they do. I do love it. I know we can do it, you guys. It just means everybody needs to make a card and submit it. Make a card. How many did Tracy get? Is that Tracy Phillips that did that? I didn't know Tracy'd been on. I'm gonna have to go watch hers. There's so many coming in. I don't know. I mean, so many comments. Look at this with the scene. That's cute.
That is cute.
Yeah, it's real cute. He even kind of almost continues around. Super cute. And look at that space for putting something on. That's cute too. Was it Tracy Phillips? Because that makes me sad. I didn't know I missed hers. All right. Tracy has 473. Tamitha said that. So I'm going to go with that. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Yeah, it's so easy. You make a card, you take a photo, and you upload the photo. And they make it so easy. They even have a link you click on, and you just go, click, click, here's the picture. And we could totally be the ones who got to 500. It does challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, because I'm going to tell you something. Those parameters are all over the board. Like you just have no idea what you're going to get. All right, let's look at dimensions of this guy. This is the last one we're going to make today. These are our 3 sizes. So it's 4 inches wide, and then 1 3/4, and then height-wise, 8 1/2. That's a big box. Let's look at the 3 of them together. There, let's see. This one, and this one. You do dig into stuff you forgot about. That's the truth. Amy, you've done 27. Hey, y'all tell me how many you submitted. I want to know. The lid is longer on this one, and here's a trick for it, because somebody said they had problems getting it down. Once you get it in there, if you kind of put pressure from the back, it'll push it forward. And what it is it's sliding into that little slot in there that we kind of create. And once you get it going, it'll slide. Jody's got 51. Laurie's got 63 submitted.
Wow.
Y'all, who has the most submission? Isn't there somebody that's got like over 500 submitted cards to them? Look at you guys. Cindy, you've done 50. I'm so proud of y'all. That's crazy. I'm so proud of you. Terrence watches. That's me, Terrence. I love watching it. I think it's really cool. And I never get to watch it live typically. Friday nights, we're typically somewhere or doing something or running around, and I never get to watch live. But I do like to go back and watch. But I also go back and kind of, especially just watch the designers, because I think it's incredible to watch them think. You know what I'm saying? On the fly. That is so cool. Okay, so
Wow.
Club 52 is one of them, right? You get 52 submitted?
Tammy Williams submitted 117.
Tammy, that's incredible. I love that. I love that. Y'all are so cute. I love that I think Mary is doing amazing things. I just love it. I think she's going to build a community like nobody else. I love watching too. All right, so the silent challenge tomorrow night. It may not be silent because I'll probably talk about it tomorrow too. 500. We need 500 submissions. We need it. Can you submit more than one card? I can't remember if you can to the count. Y'all can tell me though. B has submitted five so far. I'm so sorry about that. But 5 is incredible. Connie says over 220 for sure. Club 52 and Club 100. Oh, that's right. That's right. Members can submit more than one card. You can submit one card per show, but you can be a Patreon member, right? Is it a Patreon member and submit more? I should have done my research. I know it all whenever Mary's sitting there talking about it, and then I forget it when I go away from it. She's just chatting about it, and she's so fun. And listen, Mr. Producer is brilliant. He's very good at what he does. How about we do a giveaway? Y'all want to win a prize here? You want to win a prize? So as you know, we use the giveaway tool where you just have to type a word into the chat. So to win a 20, we actually, yeah, we do need to do one, don't we?
Well, we have.
I forget we do too.
We have the May.
We do need to do a rafflecopter for the description.
Yeah. Description.
So Shannon will make a rafflecopter and stick it, or I should say, Shannon will make a giveaway link for you and put it in the description if you're watching the replay, so you can enter, because we still give one away for each month. We give one away for people to watch the replay. But if you're here live today, okay, so Patreon has changed to member. If you join if you're a member of their YouTube channel. Perfect. All right, so if you want to enter today's giveaway while you're watching live, you need to type the word. Let me just share it and show you. Let me just show you what you need to type. You need to type this. And it will only let you enter one time. Even if you type it 100 times, it's only going to count one entry. That's how it's set up. So you want to go ahead and type exactly what you see. #holiday. And we'll give away a $25 gift card live. There's the first one in. #holiday. All right, how many are watching? There's 333 watching. I'm going to let this go till 11:13. That's a little over a couple of minutes. Let it go till 11:13, and we'll see how many we can get. Try to get 333 in there. Try to get that many entries in there. Look at everybody typing. Holiday, holiday, holiday. I'm not going to ask any questions while it's doing it. So we're about halfway to our watching today. So if you are watching the replay and you want to enter, in the description of the video, you just open more or show more, and you'll see the link. You just go and enter that giveaway, and then we'll announce that winner in the next club. Baby Steps Baker. That's a cute name. 146 entries, 148 entries. All right, you got 1 minute or somewhere in there, probably just seconds, because at 11:13 I'm going to click draw. Make sure you get your entry in. Some people say it does have to be capital and some say it doesn't. I would type it capitals if it was me. Some people says it works either way. All right, I'm waiting on the clock to change, waiting on the clock to change. We need a few more Vinnies too. Give us a thumbs up if you like giveaways. Tuck, if you don't type hashtag holiday, you're not entered. So as long as you don't type the word, you'll be fine. Oh, 11:13. Here we go. Winner. Let's see who it is. I see everybody's name popping up, and it is Teresa Brower. Congratulations, Teresa. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love that. That's so cute. I love it. All right, Teresa. All you need to do is email Shannon. It's shannon@maymaymadeit.com, and she will respond with your gift card. So you won a $25 gift card today, and we'll do one in the description for people who are watching afterwards, or if you're watching the replay. All right, you guys, wasn't that super fun? I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Start making them now. Lay them flat, put them in a folder, put them at your gift wrap station, and you got a bunch of them made. Don't forget to be with us tonight. I really think you're going to enjoy the project tonight. And the after show is going to be super fun too. I think it's the first time we're all going to be back for, you know what I'm saying? Like we've kind of been in and out and in and out. So it's going to be fun to be all back together. I hope you guys enjoyed today. I certainly did. Be sure on the first Thursday of the month that you head to maymayevents.com and you sign into the club to see what next month's project will be and what you'll need to prep to be ready for that. And we sure have enjoyed being with you guys today. We're going to head out. We'll talk to you again next time. Bye now.